The last thing we're going to do before we send you off is we had a request to do our Pro Bowl selections. We're going to do the NFC and AFC offenses, and then next week we can do defense. We're starting with NFC. We're only going to be doing starters, no backups, 2 wide receivers, but that's because 1 on each side. Quarterback for the NFC was Tom Brady. We were going to do Kirk Cousins, but Tom Brady's the number 1 quarterback right now, number 1 in MVP discussion. So you have to take Tom Brady, and he's the name. Running back, however, we will go Minnesota Viking. Dalvin Cook, currently the number 1 rated running back in the NFC. When you go,
he missed games, and he missed 2 games.
Right, and when you go through the other running backs in the NFC, the ones that have missed games haven't played as well when they're there as Dalvin.
Yeah, it's like if I look it up here, it was like Dalvin and then Zeke, and then like nobody else.
A lot of the top running backs, in my opinion, are in the AFC. You got Nick Chubb, Joe Mixon, Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, like. A lot of them, like Alvin Kamara hasn't been doing great because he's been hurt. Yeah, he's been hurt. CMC was hurt. The next highest was Zeke, and it wasn't really that close. And last game, Zeke had 8 carries. So you get.
Yeah, I mean, look at like AFC. You got Jonathan Taylor, Henry, Chubb, Mark Ingram's in the NFC now.
That's what I'm saying.
Mixon, Najee Harris, Lamar Jackson. Still talking running backs.
Yep.
Damian Harris, Antonio Gibson's the next NFC after.
Yeah, and James Robinson, a smaller name. AFC.
Yeah.
So Dalvin Cook's our running back. Wide receivers are the 2 best wide receivers in the NFC right now, Cooper Kupp and Deebo Samuel. Deebo, so again, this might not be based on stats or rankings. Like some of you might say Devontae Adams, you'd rather see him in the Pro Bowl. I would rather see Deebo. I think Deebo hasn't gotten the recognition. It's time he gets the recognition. Cooper Kupp has been playing too well to not.
Yeah, and they're gonna bring 6 wide receivers anyway to this Pro Bowl. Devontae's gonna be there anyway.
And this is our selections, not our predictions. Because if this was a prediction, I'd put Devontae Adams. My selection will be Deebo. Tight end, Kyle Pitts.
Yeah, I think he has the most yards out of any tight end in the NFC. So.
Yeah. And he doesn't line up as a tight end, but he's listed as one, so tight end.
Yeah.
Offensive line is where we had the most discussion just because there's so many to choose from. But left tackle, we went Trent Williams, who's currently the highest rated lineman at any position.
Yeah.
Ali Marpet for the Buccaneers is our left guard. I think part of that is just from name recognition, as well as he's also just every game he's so good.
Right.
Center, Frank Ragnow from the Detroit Lions.
We're giving the Lions somebody.
Not only is he rated highly, just because they don't have a win, he is still very good. If they want to give us Frank Ragnow, I would trade a 1st-round pick for Frank Ragnow. He is so good. We're taking Frank Ragnow. Right guard is probably the best right guard in the league at Zach Martin.
Yep.
And he's another future Hall of Famer. But right tackle is where some people might, Ryan Ramczyk, Elgin Jenkins, even though he's out. No, we are going with Brian O'Neill, the guy who's allowed less pressures than guys like Rashawn Slater and Tyron Smith. He's had less pressures than those guys.
Yeah.
So people are probably sick of us talking about Brian O'Neill, but we're picking Brian O'Neill.
We're huge Brian O'Neill fans here.
Oh, yeah. So he doesn't have the best grade out of all these guys, but when it comes to total statistics, he's just so good.
He's so allowed like 4 sacks in 4 years. So
right.
I mean,
he's allowed the same amount of pressures as Quentin Nelson, and everybody talks about how good Quentin is.
Sure.
AFC quarterback Patrick Mahomes. If I were not to take Patrick Mahomes, I'd probably go
Lamar.
Right, like probably
Mac Jones.
Right. I honestly, my second
Mike
choice
White.
might be I would probably go Pat Mahomes, Mike White, and then Mac Jones.
Okay.
And then honestly, I'd consider Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Like I get like Josh Allen's been really good. Josh Allen has second best odds.
It's gonna be Mahomes, Lamar, Josh Allen. It's gonna be those guys.
But I think Pat Mahomes, especially with the name. Running back, obviously Jonathan Taylor. With Derrick Henry out, Jonathan Taylor's like clear top running back in the league right now. There are so many good AFC running backs though. Whoever you said, if you said Mixon, Robinson, Henry, he was there, Chubb, even Kareem Hunt when he's not hurt. Like AFC has so many good running backs. But yeah, I would go Jonathan Taylor right now. Our wide receivers are going to be Tyreek Hill and Jamar Chase. And then tight end, Travis Kelce. Best tight end in the league.
It's a no-brainer there.
Yep. And then our linemen, best rookie lineman by far, by a mile. Like Penei Sewell's good, but Rashawn Slater is just clear 10-year left tackle for the Chargers.
Darisaw's doing well too, but Slater's got the first 5 games of the season.
Oh yeah.
So
left guard, Quentin Nelson, another in my opinion no-brainer. Center, we had some discussion, but we went with Corey Linsley over I believe it was Jason.
Chiefs.
It was Chiefs guy, because he split some plays. So Corey Linsley, and then right guard we went Wyatt Teller, because we wanted to make sure people get recognition. It's again, these are our picks, who we want. So we picked.
We gotta get a Browns player.
We like the Browns.
We love the Browns. So.
If Nick Chubb's not getting in there, then we gotta put. Maybe we'll get some Browns on defense, but yeah, Wyatt Teller. And then right tackle was probably my favorite selection we made, David Quessenberry. Yeah. I think he's so good, super underrated, and from the Titans. And that is our full Pro Bowl lineup. I'll make sure.
In regards to defense, we'll get a Brown in there. I can think of one Brown definitely will get in there. So
defensive end, maybe.
Possibly.
But yeah, there's our Pro Bowl lineup. So one of our subscribers, his name is Mike, asked for that. Thank you for the suggestion. If anybody else has any suggestions, we would love to make some segments for people. So that one's for you, Mike, and anybody else watching. Those are our Pro Bowl selections that we would pick for offense as of right now after week 12. Let us know what you think in the comments or on Twitter. We are very active on Twitter. I'm almost always accessible via Twitter. So if you ever wanted to have a discussion, reach out, or have a comment on a video that you watched, reach out on Twitter. Almost half of our viewers come to us through Twitter. So I know that people are watching that are on Twitter. So make sure just DMs are open. I've had some conversations with a Browns fan on DMs already, and I had conversations with a Colts fan the other day. So feel free to reach out. I have fun talking to you guys.
I dropped some tweets, and before they're even posted, you already liked and replied to it. So,
dude, I'm constantly on Twitter. I'm always taking care of my daughter, so I just have it's baby phone. Baby phone. So yeah, feel free to reach out to us because we're always there. We're tweeting. And I just want to interact because the most fun thing about doing this, and the whole reason why I wanted to do a podcast, YouTube channel, any of that, community, talking, interaction, not because I need friends, but because I need friends.
You do need friends. Yeah. We both do.
Oh man. Goodness. But yeah, so please reach out if you have any other suggestions like Mike did. Let us know, and let us know what you think of our selections, please, because I know that there are some people that might have disagreements.
Put us on blast for Brian O'Neill.
Yeah, I was gonna say especially for Brian O'Neill. Or maybe for putting Brady lovers.
Yeah, Brady over Kirk. That's a
pretty hard decision there.
Yeah.